Hello from Teen Yat Dragon's YouTube channel. This is Fu. So today is another talk show right here, talking about what is Sin Tin and Hou Tin. So what we mean by pre and post heaven. Okay, so make it clear. You need to understand the theory of Saam Law, which is the Tin, Day, and Dai. We can say Tin Day Yan, but it's basically Tin Day Dai. I'll explain more right now, okay? Tin is like the sky. Day is like the ground. But it's not always about the sky out there and the ground that you're stepping on. Tin is where the resources come from, okay? Anything with a pool of resources equals the tin, okay? And Day is where the absorbing party, okay, where the absorbing party is. So resources go into the day and get processed and consumed and be used up. Okay, yan or dai is when it consumed and then made something out of that stuff. Okay, now a few examples here. Very simple, right? Very simple example. For example, let's say food. Okay, food on the table. Now the table is your tin. You have a lot of food. You consume these food and put them inside your body. Your body is the ground, okay? Your body is the day. Now, after that, what are you going to do? After you consume the food and you got the energy from the food, next is, oh, I got so much energy. Now I'm going to use the energy to run, to do homework, to do magic, whatever it is, okay? So that's the three stages of how things happen, okay? Now, again, one more example here, okay? Let's take this car right here. So we got a car. We went to a fuel refueling station, gas station, okay? So the gas is what we need to intake. This car becomes the ground because this car is the absorbing party. The gasoline station, the pumps and stuff that's my tin, okay? I go there and pick up something from the tin and then transfer the stuff that I need, the gasoline, into the car. Now, after that, when I drive the car, that is the stage when I'm using up the energy that I just got from the tin, okay? But at first, look at the tin, right? The tin have a lot of stuff there, okay? You cannot just go into the tin and take just anything and use it right away. They need to be converted to be used, okay? Converted to be yours, the grounds, okay? So it's like the gasoline station, okay? You cannot just have the whole station and the pump and all that stuff and then be able to drive the car. You need to inject that thing into your car tanks and fill up the car in order for the car to go forward, right? So just having those pumps, those whatever, is not enough. Like, it doesn't do anything for your car, okay? Just like food, I want energy to do something right now, like to run, okay? I want energy for me so I can run. But just having the food outside of me, will that benefit me? Like a few drumstick and ice cream in my hand, I won't be able to run. I need to eat them and my body needs to process them in order for me to have the energy, right? Okay, so just like money, okay? I want, let's say I want some happy hour, okay? Very happy hour. Now, how can I have the happy hour? I need to take the money, put it into somewhere, to use it up, to convert it into something, right? Let's say maybe my happy hour is, going to a place to drink coffee and stuff like that. Well, I have to use the money from my pocket, okay, that money, and then use it up on the coffee and then drink and stuff, and there goes the final stage, right? So you got to understand what is the pre and post of tin, like Sin Tin and Hou Tin, before and after. Now the tin is basically meaning the resources that is there, right? A pool, an area or a pool of resources, and you take resources from the tin to put it into the day, the ground, to be used, okay? Now let's talk about our life, okay? Our life is like this. we have this body right here. Okay, I talked about this a long time ago. Okay, with my other talk show, the Yun Sun. Okay, we got a body here, and we got a spiritual planetary body, right? A little planet of our own. So this planet is up there in the sky. What we call the sky zone. Okay, it's not inside the sky, but what we categorize as the teen. Okay, the teen of us. Right here, we are the Yan stage. Okay. So basically, we get stuff from the sky. Now, where is the ground, the thing that absorbs the stuff for us? Okay, you got your Yun Sun, the planet running. So what actually takes the stuff from your Yun Sun and delivers to you? Uh-oh. We don't have anything to absorb it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right, that's the difference between Yan and Dai. Okay, Yan is when things are detached from the teen already. Okay, just like saying you have a phone, right? Your phone plugged to the wall and get charged. Okay, the teen and the day is plugged together. Okay, basically that stage when your phone is plugged and corded, okay, that is the Dai. It's keep on consuming the energy and also doing something at the same time. Okay. Yan is when you pull the cord and it's detached from the teen day already. Just like us, okay? We are detached from the area or the place where we come from, which is the mother's body. Okay? You're attached before. You have this cord, okay? That attach you to the mother. But when you are born, you need to cut that cord, right? When you cut it, that is from the Dai, which is still growing, to Yan. And there goes. Okay? So basically, this is a pattern that you need to understand. We are detached from where we come from already. But at the same time, that is why you are a new unit right here. You are a new being right here. At the same time, your spiritual planetary body, okay, your Yun Sun, is still in working, okay, in the other place. Now, how can you touch or interact with your Yun Sun? Right here is when your body go from the alive stage, okay, from the live moving stage to the opposite. Then you and the Yun Sun will snap and things will transfer, okay? That is when you're sleeping. When you're awake, okay, all your focus is in this world. When you're not awake, you're closed up, okay? You're shut down right here. Well, because this world's you is shut down. The other world is blank and awake suddenly, okay? It's a very, like a light switch from the bottom and back up, and here and back up, right? Very, very sudden, but that's how it works. So the soul, that what we call the one part, okay, the soul is actually the energy inside yourself that goes to, like, that circulates, okay? And these energy, like gas form energy, they will these energy will flow to the planet, okay, your Yun Sun, and the Yun Sun planet flows back to you, and there goes the transaction. So it, officially speaking, it is the inside of you, the energy of you, that is the day at this moment, okay? Your soul, your Ling One, is the medium, it's the ground that takes the energy or the element or whatever you want to call that from the teen, the Yun Sun, and then give it back to you. When you're awake, your battery is charged up, okay? That is basically like that, okay? Now, what is Sin Teen and Hao Teen in this stage? We say that anything is still in the premature stage, meaning that things are still in the Yun Sun, okay? Still on the planet. Those are what we call the Sin Teen. When things cross the half mark, meaning that they get absorbed, that is the Hao Teen, okay? Before and after happening. Very simple. Like, let's say we are trying to eat food from a table, okay? Now, stuff are on the table, right? Before these food enter my mouth, they are still not into the action, into the event of being eaten, right? So that is before happening. When they enter my mouth and I start to chew and lick, then I already started. So before it went here, I cannot say it, oh, eating started, right? Eating only start when I start to go and put it inside, right? So same, like this is the ground, okay? Our body is the ground, and the food right there, the table is the team, right? Now let's look at our Yun San and the soul. So the soul is the ground. So before the Yun San, suck in the elements from the Yun San. Okay, so yeah, before the soul suck in the element from the Yun San, everything is still in the Sintin stage, the pre-heaven stage. Okay, when things go from the Yun San and into the soul, okay, and kept in the soul, anything kept in the soul zone, okay, that is what we call the Hao Tin. It's converted already. Okay, these things are converted and they will be yours. When you wake up, you will feel these things inside you. Okay, now how do I bring these things out to this world to, like expose my soul power? Very simple. When you move around, when you say things, when you look, when you move, when you do anything with this body, it's how we use the inner energy from your soul to express it out to this world. So any action that requires you to use this body is like using up the battery inside. Okay, you can see the soul is like the charge inside the battery. Okay, the soul is like that. The soul is like those chargers inside the battery. When you use up the charge, okay, the battery is dead. Not really dead. It just needs to be charged again. Okay, so you sleep, you get more stuff come in again, and then you wake up, and now there goes more power. Okay, so if your soul, the energy, the soul, okay, these energy, when it's fucked up, when it's polluted, what happened is like you're having a battery, but the battery contains some kind of computer virus. And then you plug that into your computer and it contaminates everything and it just screws up the whole circuit. Like how your inner stuff want to function, it's all messed up and all polluted because the soul, okay? The soul is not really one bunch of things, okay? Most people think the soul of someone is like a transparent person right there standing like one being right there. That is not solid. That is not true. Okay, the soul is a bunch of energy, and these energies are like okay, the form of gas, heat, air. Okay, like that. It's not visible, okay, by your eyes, but at the same time you can feel the energy inside you. Very simply said, okay, how do I feel if my soul energy is there? Okay, very simple. Look, when you have the energy to move around, do things, your soul is active. Okay, when your soul energy is down, you will feel that, oh, I'm tired. My battery is low, like that. Okay, that is when your soul is tired, meaning your soul is low in energy, or is being, now sometimes, okay, you go into a room and you feel very like something suppressing and compressing in inward to you, right? That kind of feeling is when your soul is sensing the energy around is pressing in and your soul is being suppressed. Okay, usually the soul reflects its condition, okay, to you, and it's a very simple feeling that you have inside yourself. Just ask yourself how you're feeling right now. You feel like crap, well, your soul is like crap, okay, at the same time. So sometimes, you see, if you are sick, okay, it is always your soul having issue already before you look at yourself and say, oh, I'm sick, okay? All the inner feeling, okay, it's from the soul. The inner feeling inner feelings that lead to the feeling from your organs, the feelings from here and there. Sometimes you say, oh, I got a stomach cramp, stomach ache, heartburn. All these things are actually feelings, okay? They're your inner feelings. It's not about the feeling as in like the emotion kind of feeling. Okay, we're talking about feelings like the inside of your organ. Sometimes you feel, oh, my intestine is like cramping up and stuff like that. But maybe it's not. You cannot see it, right? You cannot open up yourself and check if you are really feeling like that. Sometimes you say, oh, I'm so full. Oh, things is like, you kind of know how to express it. Oh, my food is now up to here. Oh, the food is so full, right? So much food. And how do you know? Right? If we put this into like a debate, I don't think so. Let's open you up and check if the food is actually up to here, right? Now you know that it's not possible, right? You don't cut up yourself and look at your organs to see, oh, let's see how full I really am, and then I'll decide should I eat or not. Now I'm going to open up myself and check it out. Okay, oh wow. I'm going to like install this gauge right here and then, right on the shoulder, and I can see how full I am. That's crazy. We eat according to the inner feeling, right? So sometimes you eat more, sometimes you eat less, sometimes you can eat a lot, sometimes you really cannot eat anything. That is all because your soul inside is telling you the body's condition. This is what the soul energy does. It tells you the condition inside yourself. Now, sometimes you cannot understand fully about what your soul is telling you. Just like sometimes, you think that the soul is like this and this, and then turn out it's telling you something different because we don't understand the soul's message or its way of telling us stuff sometimes, okay? So that is the tricky part. But most of the time you understand, oh, I need to go to the washroom. Oh, I need to... How do you know? You can't see anything, right? You cannot see it. How do you know you need to go to the washroom? Well, I feel that inside, it's about to come. Yeah, I know. Okay, so you see, that's the inner feeling, right? That's what the soul is supposed to tell you. What your body is like inside, that is the kind of soul feeling, okay? Now, the difference between the soul of you, okay, and also related to your ling, the sun, which is the soul energy body. Now, related to that, okay, and compare this to your fa sun, your magic body, okay, your energy pre-heaven body, okay? This body, this energy field is different. This is where your energy heart, the fa sun, is, okay? Now, this energy heart gives you something different. This is more about the feeling, as in like, oh, the feeling of feeling hurt, feeling happy, emotion, that kind of stuff. This is what your fa sun will generate, okay? Usually are all about the feeling you like, you don't like you want to move forward, or you want to go on, or want to give up. That kind of feeling is different, right? Very different. So these pre-heaven feeling is different from the post-heaven feeling. Post-heaven feeling are more like stuff inside your body, inside your system, okay? Pre-heaven stuff is more like senses between you and something outside of you, okay? And sometimes in a very deep level of you. Okay, you can be like, oh, I have a feeling, a good feeling about the project. I have a feeling about this person, etc. Okay, it's basically an instant feeling that you have inside you in the deep level of you, a very, very deep level of you. That's what the pre-heaven senses is like. Okay, and these will not cause you to actually do something with someone or something. Okay, these pre-heaven feeling, this emotion kind of stuff, they're all considered pre-heaven because they are actually like all the potentials of what you will be doing with the outside. So, because I like, and that is why I will call this person. Because I want, that is why I buy, okay? So, before I buy, I will think, but that is already in the process of pondering, which is post-heaven. So, usually the pre-heaven side of feeling is all instant, very spontaneous, very fast, and it's almost like an instant snap moment that made this thing come out and you felt. Then when it enters you, the inside of you, the soul level of you, it will then start to affect the pondering, thinking, the logic, and all that stuff. And you can tell that these logic, thinking, debating inside your mind, these are all post-heaven. Why? Because you need to be in this world after you're born, right? You absorb a lot of different things with your eyes, hearing, and stuff. So, including knowledge and things you have been looking at, exposed to, things that you used to touch, and all that stuff that you get from this world is the element that you use for pondering and thinking about something back and forth. So, the post-heaven is like, the post-heaven process of feeling is like you start to think about it. The pre-heaven side of you, okay, the heart, energy, heart say, I want this phone, okay? Now, the post-heaven side of you, the soul inside, will trigger up this energy and make you think and ponder and compare. So, I want this phone. And then the inside say, yeah, but it's so expensive. There's this model and that model. And then I should look a little bit more. Now, all these thinking and pondering back and forth, these things are all what we call the post-heaven, okay? Because you thought of it already. You already felt it, okay? Now you're just in the process before making it happen, okay, to reality. But it's already started, okay? So the feeling part of it is very important, because if you have feeling, your whole trip of thinking about the thing will incline toward the direction of trying to go to toward your favor. Okay, like you like this phone, then you will start to think about all kinds of things that will lead you to be buying the phone at the end. Right? Even you start saying bad things about the phone, it's just a process of trying to tell yourself to buy it. Okay? So it's like that. And you're just trying to find out how to win the debate, to get the things go to what your heart tells you. That's basically what happened all the time. Okay? So in order to fix problem, you do not fix the problem with the post-heaven element. Because it's so hard. It's like, if you, let's say, if you really like this person, okay, your heart like the person, right? It's hard to use logic to override what your heart say. It's very hard. Because your heart say like, then all the debate, all the stuff that you'll be thinking is toward that direction. All the time, it's very hard to override. So basically, everything spontaneously, like automatically grew up. It's going to help you to say, this person is so good. Now, after all my debate, this is just the best choice, okay? Now, to solve problem, you solve from the heart level, meaning that you change the instant, the first step, okay, the first feeling. And then if you, boom, and felt, I don't like this person anymore, everything will incline toward that later on. And you will think of all the stuff that put you off. It's very, very logical, right? So pre-heaven energy and post-heaven energy is very different, as you can see. Pre-heaven energy can change the whole game around, have the ability to make a lot more changes to the whole future of things. And post-heaven energy are okay to help something to happen when it's already happening that way. Okay, it's like I'm already in the process of, let's say, gathering people here to help me with this party, something like that. Now, post-heaven help is like, oh, now I'm going to get more people, you know, things that go toward this direction, but I'm just going to give it a boost, okay? Maybe put more budget in, more people, better idea, fine-tuning, you know, that kind of stuff. It's just on top of what you're doing, it's just trying to fine-tune, get it better, get a little boost over that thing, okay? That kind of vibe. But pre-heaven energy is like suddenly you feel, boom, I don't want this party anymore. Everything is gone, okay? You can be all set up, and then suddenly you don't want to go to this party because of pre-heaven energy. Very scary, right? Now, magic, okay? a qualified magic, what I say qualified, like magic that I would say is up to standard, all use pre-heaven energy. Okay, there's this type of energy. They all use this type of energy. This energy is okay. So how do I differentiate magic that use post-heaven energy and magic that use pre-heaven energy? Well, post-heaven energies are things that are already born or in process of growth, like using herbs, flowers, tree leaves, things like that. Okay, natural resources you can find in this, what we call the post-heaven world. Okay, things in this world. You use things in this world. Most of the stuff they use is like that. Okay, some will use things like spices, that kind of stuff, and basically they rely on these things a lot. Basically, that kind of type, like witchcraft and that kind of stuff, they all rely on using earthly elements. Okay, these are what we call the post-heaven energy. Now, given let's say the person who's doing these magic, they are not being screwed by any evil entity and stuff like that. Okay, just the magic alone, they will work in a certain, up to a certain level. Okay, they will work to give you a boost of things, and they can be screwing you up. Okay, but basically, it's more like suitable for a boost, a helper, assistant, like whatever is already going on to make it better, that kind of stuff. But they are not really going to change or fight back something. Okay, so if you're being tagged by like evil sorcery, evil spirits, these energy will only help to fuel the evil crap. They will not help you to solve the problem. Okay, because these are post-heaven energy. In order to override the evil spirits and the spiritual stuff are in the pre-heaven side of the of things. So in order to override and touch these things, you need to have pre-heaven resources, pre-heaven energies. And what are these? Well, these are things that are in the pre-heaven zone, which are things that are done in this world and went back to the other side of the world. Just like what I say about the Yunsan and our stuff right here. Okay, so it's like whenever you're done processing things in this world, okay, in the Yan stage, right, you're done. You sleep, and things will get out of you and go back to the pre-heaven, to the Yunsan. Now, these things at the Yunsan are things that you will be wanting to use. Like these kind of property, okay, are stuff that you can take and put it into other things to do magic. These are the stuff, okay? Because why? Because look, your Yunsan is the absorbing party, right? If you take something that is already in your Yunsan and give it to something to absorb, it's just like saying, I already put food into my body and my body chew it up already, right? Now, I already absorbed this stuff. So how can I put that stuff out of my body and give it to my kid to eat? It's not going to be possible, right? You don't vomit something out and then give it to someone to eat. In order for the person to eat it, you need to give it to them before you eat them, right? So all the energies that you use with post-heaven elements are like those food that is already chewed up and very ugly inside the body, and you're going to pull that thing back out and then stuff it to someone. Now, that is not very good, right? Not going to give them a lot of nutrition, right? So, pretty disgusting. But that's what post-heaven elements are like. They are weak and they are not suitable for doing magic. But however, at the same time, these can be used in magic for a boost of things or helping the pre-heaven energy to lead them to a certain pattern inside a system or inside someone or something that will absorb these energy. So let's talk about the Yunsan, okay? When we take stuff from the Yunsan, okay, like these pre-heaven energy, okay, that kind of energy, we take it, now we can shove them to something to absorb because these have not been absorbed yet, okay? So anything related to like things that will absorb, For example, spirits, okay, like evil crab spirits, these things will absorb. Human, they will absorb. The soul of human will absorb. Okay, now these absorbent will take these pre-heaven energy and suck it in and digest. And because they digested what you give, then you can change their inside, okay, their internal stuff. Okay, you can be helping them, poisoning them, whatever. Okay, but basically now they can absorb and digest that stuff. If you give something that is inside your soul ready to these things, it's not really gonna work. Okay, so it's a big difference. Now, in this world, when you look out there, how beside our lineage, how can you differentiate which magic roots or method are using pre-heaven energies? Well, very simply speaking, like these are not good, okay, but I would say any path that uses the altar and they have some kind of spiritual stuff helping them, okay, spiritual stuff that helps them, not just using like there's basically really two kinds, okay. One kind, you see they will have statues or some kind of sanpai and that kind of stuff, okay, that kind of stuff, they believe in some kind of spiritual stuff, okay. That kind of stuff, when they use these energy on whatever, this is all pre-heaven energy, okay. Now we say they're mostly from the Shen Xiu or the Ling Lo Zong of spiritual things, but that's another lecture. But on the other side, there are stuff like when you YouTube the witchcraft and stuff like that, you see people doing stuff with only their own energy, like holding a candle, saying some spells, blah, 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 but the whole table is empty, okay? Basically, they just put some of their tools there. Someone would just put, candles, incense, some herbs, and, it's all done on the same table, and they're using their own energy. That is what I call the post-heaven energy kind of magic. Now, that is very weak, super weak, okay? Now, at the same time, though, these people using the post-heaven type of energy can also be so weak to the point that they will attract some crappy spirits, like the crappy dead spirits around here in this world somewhere, to suck into their area and consume or combine with their energy, and they will then get into all kinds of issues because they cannot overcome these intrusion, okay. And these things, these spiritual beings, the low-level spiritual beings, they are only here to loot these energies like their food. They want to consume them like food, and that is why they will want to stick around and eat these things, okay. Basically, that's why they're tagging around these people doing magic, right? But these people doing magic, they're so lame and their power is so low, they can't even understand what's going on, and basically they get screwed. And the more they do the magic, the more bad luck and bad health and everything just collapse. That's what happened. Now, those people who believe in worship and whatever have these spiritual beings above, and they understand it in contract with these spiritual beings, they will get a much more powerful power source from them because their energy is in the pre-heaven kind of type, okay. So when they use these things, they can have a much better impact on things in this world. Now, in our lineage, at the end, I just want to end this thing right now, okay, so long. In our lineage, we use pre-heaven energies, but we do not pray or worship to any of these spiritual beings, okay. What we're doing is mostly using things, energy, pre-heaven energies that we cultivated from this world and back to the lineage power bank. And then what you do is you do the heart spell and stuff, and you draw energy from the lineage resources pool. And this pool of resources have stuff that is accumulated by us right here, and also by people who cultivated in this lineage before us, okay, which are what we call the Lou Si Gong in Dai Lo Tin. Now, these are other people in the other world of what we're connected to. Now, these are not like spiritual beings that we'll be worshiping and having any relationship with, like how most people think. Most people think like, oh, you pray to this God and then you will be, like you're trying to touch this God, okay? You're trying to make contact and in contract with him somehow, okay? And then your altar is basically, like praying, worshiping him, things like that. Now, in this lineage, you don't do that stuff, okay? These Lo Si Gong, okay, these other people in the other world, they're like the, you can say they're like ancestor of the lineage, okay? They practice the thing in the lineage before us, but they are not there for us to pray to bow and, don't do all that bribing, food offer and that kind of stuff for them. They're not there to interact with you, okay? Basically, they do their stuff, we do our stuff, okay? But we learn the stuff from them. It's passed on to me and Kam Si Gong already, and then our job is to unleash these knowledge to you guys, and basically you guys can learn and cultivate, and basically your job is to cultivate and accumulate things at your station, which is your altar. At the end, you will be also helping to bring stuff into the lineage, like contributing to the lineage power source, okay, that bank. But at the same time, you're also accumulating things at your altar. So you have your own resource pool and the altar's resource pool, and basically it's connected, okay? When you do magic, you get stuff from the lineage, you use stuff from your altar and yourself. Three things combined, okay? Basically, that's how it goes. So, Tin De Yan is like the Tin is the altar. The Tin is the lineage power source, where your main resources come from. The De is the altar, which is where the lineage power goes to. Okay, now the altar absorbs the power from the lineage, and then the Yan is you when you consume it back from the altar. So basically, it's 3 steps again. Okay, resources coming from the lineage. Lineage go to the altar. Altar goes to you, and you can finally use it. Now, at the same time, sometimes you do magic, you can be drawing things from the altar and yourself and the teen as well, so they can all combine, right? So it depends what we're doing, how you're doing and such. And basically, why you need an altar, well, now you know, right? Because you need an altar to be the ground that can touch the lineage, that can connect to the lineage and then bring in resources to you. If you don't have the altar, you will have trouble connecting to the lineage power bank all the time. So basically, this is very important. It's like having a modem that allows you to connect the PC to the internet, right? If you have the internet service, you have paid, but you don't have the modem, you will get a problem, right? So there you go. So that's it for today, and we'll see you next time. Remember to subscribe, like. Bye-bye.